Hello, this is Kathleen Lemaire, and today is day 11 of my Avon Espira Metabolism Boost System. So yesterday I did not take the hunger block. I just completely forgot about it. I wasn't really that hungry. I just ate what I had prepared for myself. Before I started the Espira products, my sugar was regularly in the 180s when I woke up in the morning. I take a supplement called berberine. I'm supposed to be taking metformin. I actually have a prescription for it, but I'm not taking it. I really want to wait a little bit longer. I'm trying my hardest to try to do things naturally. I don't want to end up with the problems that a lot of diabetics suffer from. But I know I'm going to have problems if I don't get my sugar under control. I don't want to have vision loss. I don't want to lose my legs. I don't want to have all these things that happen and that are real. So I have to make a change. But anyway, before I get into what I did yesterday, there is this awesome palette. I'm not really into lipstick palettes. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like them. Usually they get powdery when, they mix with your other any residue of anything. It usually ends up on the palette. So this one's nice because it stays tightly shut. And when you open it up, there's a magnet on here. I don't know if you can even hear it. So you open it up. It's got a really nice mirror, and it's got this protective little film. You could throw it away, but I think it helps. So this is the color that I'm wearing today, and it is called Shimmer Wine. It actually is a lipstick. It's not a lip gloss, I don't think. It feels to me just like a lipstick, and I really like it because of the fact that normally when you go and you buy something and it has a lip kit like this in there, it's usually, I feel like it's almost like for kids. It's almost like a little bit of shine or something in it, and that's it. This actually has texture. This actually feels like a product that's on my lips. It's not just something that gives me a temporary, 5-minute feeling. This is a good product. I like it. I have some in stock if you're interested in purchasing them. They're $10. But I figured I would share that with you because I really do like this palette. And it's nice to take with you because you have choices with your makeup. Like, you don't have to just stick with one color. And then you don't have to worry about carrying a tube of lipstick. You can have 8 shades in this cute little palette. And it's not that big. It's about as big as my hand. It's a decent size. You can use it with a lip brush. I just used it with my finger. But Avon has these lip brushes. I'm not sure if we still have them in stock, but the lid comes on and off so it stays nice and clean. It's like a retractable brush. It's great. Okay, time for me to take my pills. So, day 11. Okay, I'm done taking my supplements. I feel great today. My energy has never been better. This whole month I've been feeling focused. I feel like my sugar is totally balancing, even though it is a little high in the morning. Okay, so today it was higher than usual because I ate a pretzel. On Wednesdays we go to church, and then after church we go to Sam's Club, and they have pretzels there, so I usually eat that. My parents have been eating dinner late, so they have whatever they're going to eat for dinner there, and then we just sit and chat. So we have a lot of fun, and I don't want to deprive myself of everything. So after we eat, we walk around, and that's a little bit of exercise. Not much, but it's just something that I look forward to doing every week. I didn't lose any weight today, and my sugar was a little higher just because of the fact that I did have that additional different snack at night. Normally I just have the Plant Power Protein, so I made one for my husband, the shake, and then I just took a little bit because I added extra ice chips and extra almond milk, so it was a lot more than the usual size cup. So the overflow I drank, and it came out to maybe about here on this cup. So I still had some of that. And I feel amazing. I wake up in the morning and I'm fine. I don't feel like I need to motivate myself. I don't have to go get a cup of coffee. I used to love drinking coffee, don't get me wrong, because of the flavor and because it did boost me up. But then I always felt like it made me, I always had to either keep recharging with it or I would just feel exhausted in the afternoon. So this product doesn't do that to me. I don't get exhausted ever. And I have a 3-year-old that I'm chasing around constantly, and I feel great. So one thing I know about myself and with the way my life is I know a lot of this is hormone related. When I was 12 years old, that's when I became a woman. I got my Aunt Flo, I guess is what you would say, is what the word would be. So from that moment on, I would always develop a little tiny belly, and it started getting bigger and bigger. But that was where my weight started being noticeable. It was around 12 years old when that would happen. And it wasn't huge, but it was definitely there. And I could probably find pictures to show you. But when I got to be about 18 years old, my friend Tammy and I would go out, and we had CB radios. So I had a car, she had a car, but we usually would go in my car. And we go to the gas station first thing in the morning, and we would fill up the car, and then she would either buy it or I would buy it. We get two of the largest sodas, and I never drank diet. I drank regular. And then it was like a 42 ounce or something like that. It was a huge one. And then we would get a big, huge bag of Doritos, and we would eat that whole bag within a day or two. We just threw it in the back seat. When we were hungry, we'd grab the bag. And most of the time, I'd be driving, we'd be talking. She'd be like, I'm hungry. And she'd grab the bag and open it up. We'd have like 1 or 2 serving sizes, and then we'd put the rubber band or hair clip or whatever she had with her, and we'd close it up, and we'd throw it in the back seat, and we would just keep driving and doing what we were doing. So maybe the first week, second week, no problems with our health, because, I was eating pretty good when I was going to school. This is after graduation. So when you get a car and you start getting freedom, so if your parents weren't really giving you a lot of junky food to eat, you had that ability to buy it yourself. And I'm not blaming the company that makes Doritos. No, they have serving sizes. Yes, if our school would have taught us about serving sizes, if anybody would have taught us about serving sizes. I don't even remember. Back in the day, I remember that there weren't even nutritional labels on the packages. So somebody out there, I want to thank you, whoever you are, that decided that that was important and that was required. Thank you, Jesus, because it's true. You can't just eat whatever you want and just hope that the weight is not going to pile on. And I'm grateful for all these apps that let you log it. So our children will have something that they can use as a tool to keep themselves healthier a lot longer. I gained my weight basically in my stomach. So my legs aren't that big. So if I want to work out, I can add muscle to my legs, because I know everybody says the same thing. When you add muscle, your muscle burns more calories, yada, yada, yada. But I don't want to build muscle over fat, because it doesn't look good. And even if it's all solid like a big brick, it still doesn't look good on a girl to be like fat and then muscle on top of that. Just doesn't look right. So I got to lose all this weight, and even if it means losing some of that muscle weight from my areas of my belly, my lack of abs, making my belly worse, then that's what happens. That's just part of the process of getting better. So what I normally notice is, I didn't lose any weight, but I normally notice that when I'm going to lose weight, I know it's TMI, too much information, but I usually get like this weird itchy sensation underneath my belly, because I have an area where it's like a roll. So underneath the roll, it gets kind of itchy, and it starts to feel like kind of a little bit slimy. And that's right around bedtime. So I know that that's going to be a weight loss night. So I usually take a sock. I have a couple of them they're like a white fitness sock, and I turn them inside out, and I tuck it under, and I just sleep with that. And then usually when I wake up in the morning, you could tell it's all drenched, not soaking wet, but almost like if you worked out at the gym and you're not really you don't sweat that bad, but you know that there's something definitely there. Then I take that and throw it right in the wash and just, steam the heck out of it, because that is how I lose my weight. I'll feel all of a sudden I'll go on the scale, and a pound or a half a pound will be gone. And I know sometimes it's water weight. Sometimes, when you go to the bathroom, it comes out that way. But I know for a fact that most of it does excrete out through my skin. It doesn't smell. It's not like it's something that happens all day long. It's just from the nighttime. It's like my body goes through this process. So at nighttime, it tries to eliminate. So that's just one way that I do it. So if you have that problem, maybe you can, just comment, say, yeah, that happens to me as well. But sometimes you have to bring that up to people, because they don't know what the signs are. They're just either starting to try to lose weight, or they don't know. But I'm going to tell you, there's this guy, his name is Larry Fong. He used to work with me, and he was a brilliant man. He lost a bunch of weight and got himself really buff. I mean, really buff. He was looking really good. And one time we were just sitting there talking, because we had cubicles next to each other, and he would just randomly talk out loud and say things. So one time I asked him, I'm like, do you have any weight loss tips for me? Because I'm just like struggling here. And he told me that take the current weight that you're at. So if you lost weight, right? So he says, take the current weight that you're at. So let's say, okay, my weight was, before I started was, I believe it was 242, and then now it's 234.7. So he would say, like, add 10 pounds to the lowest weight that you were. So my lowest weight last year was 234. So I'll say, okay, 234. He says, now add 10 pounds to that. And okay, 244. He's like, I don't want you to get mad. I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to have any attitude problems against yourself if you are 10 pounds heavier than that. So it'll be 243. So he says, if you go to like 244, then I want you to be upset with yourself, because that is something that you have control over. 10 pounds is what your body would normally carry in water. And when you fluctuate in your weight, it's about 10 pounds. You don't really go up higher than that. So he says, don't change anything. If you're doing good and you've been losing weight, your body's adjusting. Don't get mad at yourself. And you know what? That was the best advice someone has ever given me about weight loss. Because guess what? The minute I gain 2 or 3 pounds, I throw the whole system in the garbage, and that's it. I'm done. That's not how I do my life now. And guess what? The last few years have been the best life and the best years that I've had, because of my weight coming down slowly and slowly and slowly, and me not giving up, because your body is trying to adjust. So just keep that in mind and try using that as one of your philosophies, okay? This is a starting weight. Add 10 pounds to that starting weight. And then as you get down and you lose and you lose and you lose, add 10 pounds to the lowest weight you've ever been. And just keep doing that. And you're going to see results happen over time. And you're going to be proud of yourself. And you're not going to be disappointed in yourself. And that's true for even if you are real stingy and you're trying to help someone else lose weight. Just remember that. Think about that philosophy, because that really, really did. It changed my life. I don't kick myself. I don't get mad at myself, because now I know it's a constant journey, and it's little by little by little every day. My weight is going to come down, and it's going to go up, and it's going to come down, and it's going to go up. But as long as it's within a good flux, I'm happy. So enough talking. I have a coaching program to go to today, because I am with Avon. I'm in leadership. I'm currently at a silver ambassador in leadership, because there's actually a leader level too, but I'm not a leader yet. I'm working to get to bronze leader. If you are looking for a opportunity to make some great money, consider joining my team. Help me get to my goal of being a bronze leader. So what I love about the coaching program is once you get to what they call a bronze ambassador, then the coaching program is completely free. And it's like 12 or 13 weeks. It's a long program. So you have to be dedicated. So at least 3 times you get to meet your coach. So my coach, Susan, is amazing. She is great. She is very kind. She's very smart. She has a happiness to her that you can tell is eternal inside of her heart, and you know that she wants to spread happiness. That's why I know Avon chose her to be a coach, because she sees the positive note on everything. And then also she'll ask you, what do you want me to do for you? What do you expect from me? Because some people cannot handle any kind of rejection. So I said, please, if I'm doing something you don't like, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Push me into the right direction. Motivate me. Tell me, hey, Kathleen, stop this attitude. Just focus. And then tell me what to do. And, she's been great about that. She's been helping me. She really did tell me that, things that have changed my whole outlook and my why and my reason. So she's really great. So if you have a chance to get into the coaching program, if you're already with Avon and you're just not there yet, consider it. Try to get to that bronze ambassador level, and she will help take you to bronze leader. So I'm on that journey to bronze leader right now. And as we are doing updates every so often, I will give you an update on that as well. But I don't want to be all about Avon and leadership. This is about wellness, and this is about improving our life. So I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for sticking in here with me and watching my updates. I will talk to you tomorrow.